Hey everyone, it's your favorite part-time gig worker here, Joe the 50-something Dasher, with my first recap of a gig work day here in 2025. If you're new to the channel, and by the way, I have picked up a few new subscribers in recent weeks. Thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate the support. Welcome to the channel. And been if you're new to the channel, been dashing for a little over 2 years now, and everything's it's still going good, going strong, and look to continue this throughout 2025 and beyond. I wanted to also mention that yesterday I did not do any gig work. It was a mandatory overtime day at the W-2, so that's what I was doing yesterday. I don't think they even needed me, but I'm not going to waste video time here talking about the W-2. Um, Here in Central Ohio, it was bitter cold this morning, so you see part of the gear that I had on. Two pairs of pants, a shirt, this pullover, my hat. I had another jacket on. I mean, I was bundled up today. Logged in at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I wanted to take this first offer. You see here, I got something pretty much right away at 6:05. I wanted to take this. Even though it's upside down, 2650, 30 miles. I'm not even sure that first pin position that's south. To be honest, I'm not really even sure where exactly that is. I don't know, but it looks like I was gonna maybe have to go after Meyer, go down there first, and then travel 100 miles up north to near the downtown area. Only 17 items, that's not too bad, but man, the driving. And, it's not just the 30 miles, it's then the mileage coming back to zone from that second drop off. I mean, gosh, you're talking more like 37, 38 mile, close to 40 miles practically for the 26 bucks. But like I said, I wanted to take it because I've noticed these first couple weekends here that I'm now dashing on the weekends. I've kind of noticed that before 7 a.m., it seems to be like really, really super slow. I was used to the weekdays where 6 to 7 a.m. you would get orders like people ordering their Tim Hortons or McDonald's and having it delivered before they go off to work. And so, but I think it's going to be a little bit different on weekends, and that's why I wanted to take this because if I turn this down, when would I get another offer? I may have to sit here for another hour. But I declined it. I also I was trying to justify it. I was like, well, if I factor in my 3 miles because I'm taking an order from home, this is really 2650 for 27 miles. And I was trying to justify it, but I declined it. But it actually kind of worked out. I didn't have to wait a really long time to get another good order, as you'll see. So just 18 minutes later, I got another offer here, $8, 9 miles, TJ's. In fact, I don't even know. I should know this, but I know it sounds bad. I don't. I don't know what TJ's hours are. But they're open at 6 o'clock in the morning. And I just didn't like this order. It's upside down. It's TJ's. Sometimes I had to wait in there, and again, are they even open? So this was a decline, and this I didn't have Uber turned on very much today. This might have been my only offer. I forget, but we'll go through the screenshots here and find out. So here's my first order. So 6:34 in the morning. So I logged in at 6. I waited here 34 minutes and got a good. This one's a good order. So yeah, I had to wait a little bit, but it's worth it. 23.75, 9.5 miles. Meyer only shopping 11 items. So here we go off to Meyer. Uh, and then you see the list here. Um, I kind of certain things you notice in my video I cringe when I see them, and on this order it was the different like snacks and donuts. The first two things here is donuts from the bakery. That's kind of hit and miss whether they'll have that stuff or not. Then this Entman's cinnamon donuts. I just like with Entman's, Little Debbie's, all of that kind of stuff, you can probably get on DoorDash to place a Meyer order, and there's probably like 62,000 different SKUs of frickin' Entman's donuts to choose from. And you walk into the store and they have like three things. It's almost like like 95%. You see the word Entman's, if I'm even pronouncing it right. You see that word, it's like a 98.5% chance that they're not going to have it. And I don't know. But anyway, and it's two different areas at the store that they'll have stuff like that. That's another thing too. First I check by the bakery. That's always first option. But then they also have a couple displays clear in the back of grocery on the other side. It's kind of like near the pet department, and where they'll have like Action Alley displays or whatever. Today they just had a seasonal Little Debbie display, and I forget what the other one was, but it wasn't Entman's. Now I got lucky on this order because the Entman's and the Boston Cream Donut 4-pack there, I couldn't find either one of those. And I decided to also check for that 4-pack. I decided to check the donut case as well, and I got to thinking, would I be able to pick out the four donuts if they had Boston cream in the donut case? There wouldn't be a barcode for me to scan, but I wonder if I could purchase them that way. But I looked and they didn't have Boston cream. They had like Bavarian filled donuts. I think that's a little bit different. So I didn't find those at all. But anyway, fortunately, on both of the donuts, the customer had the option there to refund if the items were unavailable. So on something like this, I'm hitting that refund button as soon as I can. Refund, let's move on. The rest of this was easy. The peanut butter, now like the peanut butter cookies. It's asking for a 12 count. I saw a 20 count first, and then I started looking, and finally I found the 12 count. But on something like that, I would have messaged the customer, "Hey, they don't have the 12. Do you want the 20?" But on these other two things, refund button. um, okay, and delivery complete at 7:12. There you see 8.75 from DoorDash. $15 tip on that. So appreciate that very much. So this took, what is this, 26, 38 minutes. 38 minutes to make 23 bucks, almost 24 bucks. So outstanding. It's 1:30 in the afternoon as I'm shooting this. NFL football action is on. I'll have to kind of speed this up here so I can maybe watch some football. I don't know. It's no big deal. um, okay, then next I get this 2075, 19 miles Target. It's only two items, but it's going south. It's not going north, so I didn't really have that much of a problem with the mileage. And you see my pin position on this. I'm like, I forget how many miles I was away from the target, at least probably 6, 7 miles, something like that. So that's where a lot of the mileage was, just getting to the target. So I went ahead and took it. I was driving, so I could not look at the items before accepting this offer. I had no idea what the two items were. And then here we go. 12 minutes later, I get to the store. Clothing order. Okay. Good news is here, though, it's men's clothing. So that's okay. So no real need to panic here. It's men's clothing, so I got a chance at this order. If it had been women's clothing or baby clothes, I would have been done for. But men's clothing, let's do it. Let's go inside here. Let's go to the back of the store, the men's department, see what we can do here, folks. I look for that long sleeve t-shirt. What's the next screenshot here? Okay. I look for the long sleeve t-shirt. So on this order, Target and the customer both dropped the ball on me here on this order. First of all, in Target, it's 2 million degrees below zero outside. I mean, look how I'm dressed here. And you don't have long sleeve t-shirts in stock in the whole entire freaking men's department. Why is all I'm seeing short sleeve in January? Blew me away when I got back here and was looking for something as simple as a long sleeve white t-shirt in January and can't find it. You got me, folks, on that. I don't get it. Target, send me an email, kind of have this make sense to me or something. I don't know. Now I seen like all kinds, like other like shirts that not plain white t-shirt, but just kind of like other shirts, button up, long sleeve, that type of thing. And so I mark it as unavailable. Then I go to look for the 4-pack of t-shirts, short sleeve, and I find, you see here, I found like a V-neck shirt, but this customer was asking for just the regular neck, just a standard neck. And this was V-neck, so like I'm 0 for 2 on these two items. So I send a picture of the substitute or whatever. I think I got the message exchanges here. So here we go. This screenshot at 7:38. So I sent, you see here, I sent a picture of the V-neck shirt, and then waited my 3 minutes. DoorDash support will tell you, like when you send messages asking about substitutions, you want to wait at least 3 minutes for them to respond. So I waited my 3 minutes. Then on this order, I was going to call the customer. and say, hey, I got, they just had the V-neck shirt, and on the long sleeve shirt, I found some long sleeve thermal shirts from the same brand name, but they weren't white, they were black and gray. So I was going to ask about those two things. Try to call a customer. It went straight to a message. This customer can't receive phone calls or whatever it said. So then I sent my message. I tried calling, but call went straight to a recording. Sorry, not be able to contact you with substitution options for this order. I'll cancel the order and you'll be refunded. Thank you for placing your DoorDash order today. Little bit of a modified message than the one I usually send out, but sent that out. So DoorDash goes to look at this order. You got all the proof and documentation right there in that chat. So then I canceled immediately later at 7:39. The customer didn't respond, and then I put additional details in here. And so there you see my half pay of that I was going to receive of 1037. Now, what was the original offer again? 20. So that's right. That's exactly half, right? Okay, so next screenshot here. Now, and I had an order like this last week, but I didn't show the screenshots of the difference in pay last week, but I'll show it here. For whatever reason, I don't know why, but anytime I cancel an order like this and I'm supposed to get half pay, I always get more than the half pay. And I'll show you here in a second, but not that I'm complaining or anything. I mean, you want to give me more money, that's fine. Now, I'm not complaining about it, but I don't understand why. I don't understand why it says they're going to give me 1037, but I actually get more money than that. Could it be because I was on the community council? Could it be because I'm a platinum driver? I really don't know. But next screenshot, and this next shot was taken like after the dash was over and everything. There you see, there's what I got. I actually got $15 instead of 10, so 1513. So I don't know. It's weird. So $15 for 27 minutes. So I got paid $15. That's not bad. $15 for 27 minutes driving to Target, loitering around in the men's department for a few minutes, and and then dropping this order, and I get $15. Not bad. I guess I did have other Uber screenshots here. $9, 7 miles. Just I don't know. Just decline. Just didn't want to mess with this at this particular time. I went ahead and took this though instead. Let's keep it with DoorDash here, and so 850 McDonald's, 5.5 mile, pretty standard. I get there, order was ready, no problems at all with this order. This took me, you might as well say 15 minutes. 15 minutes made 850. Pretty good. $6.50 tip. Pretty, like I said, standard, easy order. Here we go. $24, 14 miles, 15 items from Walmart. I'm taking this. Heck yeah. Let's keep these, $20+ shopping orders going. And I should mention too that here in my area, like later on tonight, we're supposed to get this like major snowstorm. It's supposed to be like bad traveling around tomorrow. Supposed to be. So that's what I was kind of hoping for is today to get, good shopping orders, people wanting to get stuff delivered before this storm. um, get to the store pretty quickly. You see here 5 minutes later, I'm at the store with 15 items. This was easy. This order was easy. You see the bananas, that Kool-Aid cherry. They didn't have that. I tried to substitute for the Meyer brand, but I got a message saying that wasn't drink mix. Well, yes, it was. It was like one shelf above the other. How is it not a drink mix? So I got the Kool-Aid orange. So hopefully that was okay with the customer. And then you see a bunch of like frozen stuff here. Most of this order was in the frozen section. And then I'd say like 10 of the 15 items. And I just had to go a couple different places for, I think there was the Kool-Aid and like some chocolate milk, the bananas, maybe like one other thing. I mean, this was quick. All that frozen stuff I found. Look, so it took me 13 minutes to shop this. Boom. Quick and easy. There you see some of the different frozen meals, the bananas. Had that delivered at 8:46. So this is what 38 minutes. It made $24. Outstanding. 11.75 from DoorDash, 12.25 tip for the $24 in 38 minutes. Can't beat that. Well, you can, but just expression. 8:53, not doing that. Now I think these next couple offers, I was getting a couple offers while I was trying to examine a shipped order, and I get these DoorDash offers that I am not interested in. I'm not doing a $4 sheets, decline. 1 minute later, 1066 5 mile Giant. This isn't bad. You see, it's kind of raunchy. I'm positioned closer to the customer than I am the Giant Eagle. I gotta shop 11 items. I declined this because I was looking at when this came through, I was looking at a shipped order. So here it is, 1747, 14 items. This is all taking place in zone. So I went ahead and put DoorDash on a pause and accepted this order. So that's at 8:56. Here's some of the items here. So the hamburger, I couldn't get it all. They had was like the big like 3 pound packages, and the customer never responded on substitutions. So um, some Miracle Whip. Now it's funny I'm sorry, no, I'm confusing it with another order. On this one, I think I did find the hamburger. No, the customer on this order was responsive because there was a substitute on this strawberry fruit jello or whatever this is. I had to message the customer. They were out of the strawberry. They just had orange, and they said that was okay. And some Ready Whip. Go ahead and close that out. And now I kind of messed up on this shipped order. Before I message a customer, let's pull this back up again. So these wiggles, the Dole wiggles, I mark that as unavailable, like no substitutions. And then I message the customer. Well, on DoorDash, if you mark something as unavailable, you find it, or there's a customer comes back with a substitution or what, you can go back into your shopping list and find that and change it, like modify. No, I want to go ahead and substitute this item, and that's what I thought I was going to be able to do, but I I had to remember this now going forward, because, like I said, I kind of screwed up here, but I got away with it, fortunately. I marked that as unavailable, then message the customer. They said, okay, give me the orange. Okay. So then I go back in the list, and I couldn't do anything with that item. It was marked unavailable, no substitutions, and that was the end of it. I couldn't go back in and add the substitution at that point. I was like, oh crap. And this is prepaid. So I go up to the registers, I scan my barcode, and of course the cashier is supposed to check the items and what you're supposed to have in the cart. And I got kind of lucky. This cashier wasn't paying attention to detail. They're like, oh, okay, yeah, okay, you got the Ready Whip, you got the Ritz crackers, and she kind of completely blew over the Wiggles and didn't pay any attention to it, and let me go. So, and the customer might have got refunded for that, but still got an item. I don't know. I don't know how Shipt works. I know, like, I'm pretty sure on DoorDash, if I'm not 100%, I think this is the way it works, but if you have some, especially at the restaurants, like if you have a McDonald's order where, I don't know, let's say they're out of stock on apple pies and the Dasher substitutes a cherry pie. Well, I think, as far as I know, the customer can still request a refund on that apple pie, even though they got a substitute. Maybe that's how this works as well with Shipt. I have no idea, but I no matter how the money worked out for this order or what all happened, no matter what, I was able to get a customer approved substitution and get them that item. So, I don't know. So this was initially at 8:56. Of course, it took over 35 minutes. So my DoorDash was on a pause, and that ended. So I dropped off the shipped order at 9:35. So that was 39 minutes. Made what was it again? 1747. And one other thing here to mention is I said in a previous video or two that I've not received a tip on any shipped order yet. That's actually incorrect. I went back through and took a look at the 5 previous orders that I did. The second delivery, I did get a $3 tip on that. Okay, so this is my 6th shipped order of all time. So we'll see if I get a tip on this one. There was not a tip just before starting this video, but we'll see if here later today or next couple days I get one. I don't know. Again, that's the bad thing about Shipt. So there you see with DoorDash up to that point, 3 deliveries, $56.25, plus the $17 shipped order. So I'm at that point, I'm at 73 bucks, so 73, 74 bucks. Actually, actually close to $90, because that $15, that doesn't include that $15 for the Target. So close to $90 in just 3.5 hours. So pretty good. So that's at 9:35. Oh, and there's my so there's a timestamp, proof of my delivery for the shipped order, 9:37. Now this I still like in a neighborhood street or whatever, leaving that previous customer. So I was able to kind of have my car stopped. And okay, so $24 here, 7 miles. You got two pickups. The Giant Eagle is just a pickup. But the Aldi, I have to shop 41 items. Okay. Now, like I said, I was able to get stopped and I was able to click on that to see if there would be multiples, and I didn't see any. I think this was like 41 unique items from Aldi's. No freaking way am I going to be insane enough to take this order. Folks, this could have took me like an hour and a half, 2 hours to mess around with this. So decline. That timer got down to 10 seconds before I was able to decline it. It's just not bothering with this. $5.50, 5 mile Tim Hortons, decline. I want the shopping orders here. I went ahead and did this. So my second $8 and $8 and some change McDonald's. Lot of driving here. You see where I'm at, and then I have to go like past the customer to. If they would have just, it's funny on the locations on these. If this wouldn't have been 6.5 miles, if I was closer to the Stringtown McDonald's, if I could have just picked it up there, this would have been like $8.50 for just a couple miles. But no, you gotta have me go to London Groveport McDonald's, and so this is just like a joyride order here. I was just like cruising through the streets of my zone to pick up an easy $8.50. This took me 23 minutes, made $8.50. So that this wasn't bad. There's lots of worse orders out there. $2.50, $6 tip. Had that done at 10:05. Wow. $8.25, CVS, 15 miles. I know it's only one item, but heck to the no. It looks like it's delivering that looks like West Broad Street. No thanks. There's CVS out there. Why would you have to pull something from my zone to go clear up there? They got CVS and Walgreens up in that area. Come on. Dollar stores, everything. 1898, 6.7 mile Giant Eagle, 31 items. Okay. Sorry for the cough. Been coughing for like 2 weeks now. On this one, I gotta take a look at the list here, and then I was able to take a look at the list. If there's multiples, I'll do it. And sure enough, there was. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And so 1898, I want to try to if I can have this done in 45 to 50 minutes, something like that, then it's start to finish, then it's worth taking this. So let's see what we can do here. You see here, this actually ran out on me. I wasn't expecting to get a second Giant Eagle. Like, I got the Giant Eagle, I parked my car, grab a shopping cart. I take that back. I walk inside the store and just happen to look at my phone as I'm trying to grab a shopping cart, and the timer is about to, I just barely got the screenshot of this offer and it ran out on me. But a second order for $3.75 to drive another 3 miles. And I know it's only one item, but no, come on. Not, this isn't even worth my time bothering with. I got to shop for 30 whatever items as it is. I'm not messing around with this for $3. So, like I said, I barely got that screenshot. Uh, this is funny. This first screenshot here. I did not see this message on the bananas until after I got home, after I uploaded these pictures and I was getting the pictures all lined up here to shoot this video. That's when I seen this. You paid attention to this message for the very first time. Select firm yellow bananas with a little green still on them, but no brown spots. Folks, I just went up to the bananas and I grabbed 5 bananas. I completely missed this message from the customer. If I am remembering things exactly, I'm pretty sure I did grab bananas that met this description. They were green. Now they probably had a little bit more green than what the customer wanted. These were fairly green bananas. So the customer probably wasn't the most pleased with what I picked out, but it was the best that I could do. But anyway, those cucumbers they didn't have. I substituted just one full cucumber for that bag. You see here several produce items. All this stuff was pretty easy to find. Oh, I took that screenshot when I was done shopping. So it took me 21 minutes to find these items. And this is the giant eagle, right? Yes. Okay, one other thing to mention here is there was some stew meat. And that's one of the, after I got done with produce, that's the next place I went. And I didn't see any stew meat anywhere. So I went to the meat counter. One of the guys came up to the counter and I showed him my phone and he said, okay, how much of that do you need? And I was like, 1.5 pounds. And he's like, you got other items to shop for? I was like, yeah. He's like, yeah, just go ahead and get the rest of your items, come back, we'll have that ready for you. And sure enough, I went, got the rest of my stuff, swung back by that meat counter. He had it sitting right there, pretty cool. And then Giant Eagle, I talked about this before. I have to go through a staffed register and they only had one open. There was about like 4 customers waiting in line with relatively large size orders. And I was like, oh crap here. But I got lucky because there were these 2 teenage girls working that register, one scanning, the other bagging. And I tell you what, these 2 girls were, they were like lightning fast. I never seen, I can't remember last time I seen a couple cashiers banging out larger orders that fast, but it was pretty crazy. And this was kind of a heavy order. There was a couple cases of water as well. So when I got to the customer, check it out. I used my my wagon. So there you see the wagon in action. At the very bottom is the 2 cases of water, then the 2 sacks in my catering bag, and the toilet paper and paper towels. And they had cars in their driveway, so I had to kind of wheel my wagon like through their snow-covered grass. So hopefully, customer didn't mind, but that's much safer for me rather than trying to make like 4 trips back and forth, from my car to their front door. And you run the risk of slipping on ice or whatever. So it's easier for me to just make one trip with my wagon. And then so here we go. Had that delivered at 10:58, 9:50 from DoorDash, 9:48 customer tip, and I said 45 to 50 minutes, something like this. It actually took 52 minutes. So that's still pretty, close enough to my target time. Um, so I'm good with that. You might as well say $19 and 52 minutes. That works for me. Close these out. And last order of the day, $28, 11 miles, 2 orders, 19 items. It's pretty straightforward. It's all taking place in zone. You see one of the customers is practically sitting on top of the mire. And you see the second customer is actually close to home here. Okay, so I was kind of like 7 miles or something away from Meyer. So it took me about 14 minutes to get to Meyer. Here's part of the list. Customer A was just grocery items, pretty straightforward. Customer B was the variety pack of chips. There were those 3 cleaning supply things, and then what's not pictured is a battleship game. So I did have to go clear the other side of the store to get that one item. This is the hamburger customer. So they ordered a 1 pound roll and wanted 2 of them, but they didn't have any 1 pound rolls at all. Any of the hamburger. All they had was just 3 pound. And I sent that message. There you see, I sent the screenshot, and took me 12 minutes to, you see there where the customer didn't respond, and I finished the other shopping. And there's the copy and paste standardized message that I send. So that was just copy paste. I've got it in my DoorDash notes on my phone. I just copy and paste it. No answer to text or phone call. I'm now checking out with the missing items. You will be refunded for the missing item. Thank you for placing your DoorDash order today. Done. And I did call that customer. Rang about 4 times, no answer. Took a picture of the shopping cart. Here's customer B, the cleaning stuff, the battleship, and then on the bottom the chips, and then in the basket was all customer A. Couple distilled waters, some baby formula, pretty standard, straightforward. And then here's the line. I didn't take a good picture of the line, and you can't really get a good idea from this picture. And I had to block out a bunch of stuff, but see, that's the thing. I think the weekends are going to be nice as far as the shopping orders, good higher paying shopping orders. The problem, I think, is going to be for me, on the weekends, going to inside Meijer and like before 9 a.m., no problems. I just like I always have done in the past, breeze through the store, go up to self-checkout, boom, gone. But after, I'm going to probably keep running into this right here after about 9, 10 in the morning on the weekends, the long lines. And there was probably, so this lady says one, two, three, four, five. There was about five people in front of me. And sorry that, I didn't take a good enough picture. Five people in front of me for six registers, and I went ahead and set my stopwatch. And so there it is. It took, it didn't take that long. 5 minutes, 23 seconds. I was at a register. So not bad. I'm good with that. One of the, actually, it's just right after I finally got to a register, the register behind me, there was an issue with it. And then so I got up there right before it went from six registers down to five registers. So that's at 11:39. And then I took this screenshot to show when I you know checked out. So it took me 4 minutes to scan everything. And the final delivery of customer B at 12:02. So yeah, I didn't realize this took. I wouldn't have thought this took me over an hour, but it took an hour and 4 minutes. So without that 5 minute wait, if I could have just right when I walked up to the registers went straight to a register, then I would have had this done in under an hour. But that 5 minute wait put me a couple minutes over. But still good. $28 for an hour and 2 minutes. That's still good. $12.50 from DoorDash. $3 on the large order, and then the customer with only the 5 items tipped me 13. So, but anyway, much appreciated. So that was at 12:02, and then there is the summary for the second dash. 4 deliveries for $55.98. That should be the last screenshot, and it is. And so that's it for today's dash. I was done at noon, so 6 to noon, 6 hours. Made all total. So you had the one shipped order, and you had 7 DoorDash deliveries plus the half pay. It was really 3/4 pay. But all total, 8 deliveries for $144.83. And so what is that if I just took my total, the whole 6 hours, what is that per hour? What did I say, 144.83 divided by 6 hours? $24 an hour today. That's even including my downtime. So really good numbers today. And maybe could have stayed on longer, made even more money, but I that's good enough for me. And and I was going to say something else. I can't remember. Plus, the football games, and I figure I just come home, chill out. Okay, so tomorrow, as of right now, I plan on doing this again tomorrow, unless like the roads are like really bad or whatever. So how I've always done this is, I'm not too awfully terribly scared of snow or ice, but my thing is the other drivers that aren't that careful when they get out there on the roads. It's not so much about me and my driving and allowing myself extra time and going slower and just kind of like doing what you're supposed to do in bad weather. Slow down, take your time, be more careful. Well, other drivers don't do that, and that's kind of like the problem here. So how I've always done this, and tomorrow morning I'll go outside and I'll try to I'll get out there and see what things are looking like. And if I see cars like on every other street, like accidents and cars off the side of the road, and ambulances and cop cars and this and that, and salt trucks, or you know what I mean here. If I see a disaster area in my zone, then I'll just log off and come back here. It's not worth messing with all that. And I'll try to if you probably haven't already seen this, but I'll try to put a link in the description for this video of a dash like I think it was last winter, where check out the video if you haven't seen it yet, but where I show a picture of a car that's like off the side of the, ran off the road at the end of my street, and I talk about other accidents and crap. But if it's, and like I said, I'll try to find it and post the link. But if it's that type of a situation, then I'll just skip it and come home. But, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But anyway, that is it for now. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, please, especially tomorrow, if there's snow and ice in your area, please be safe driving out there. Especially now, and we will catch you at the next video. Thanks again.